Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening tonight, and welcome on in. A special shout out to Hello for coming in first to claim the best seat in the house. But as always, a good evening to all of my guests tonight. To Hello and to anyone else that's lurking out there tonight. Hope you're all having a wonderful evening, taking care of yourself and keeping warm because it's bloody cold at the moment. It's actually really scary outside today. It's like, not because it's cold. Like, it is cold, but it's really misty and I'm not used to, well, I'm not sure if mist or fog is the word. Is there a difference? I don't know, you check this actually is. Is mist and fog the same thing? Thank you, Google, for predicting that. No, mist and fog are not the same. What is the difference? The difference is that one is thicker than the other. Okay, so they are the same thing, just one is thick and one of them's not so thick. Okay. Sure, why not? Seriously though, it was like really kind of scary just driving today. It's the kind of visibility where it's like, we're not quite at Silent Hill levels yet. Like, you can see where you're walking, but it's kind of hard to see where you're driving. To give a Silent Hill, exactly, yeah, it's not quite that bad, but it's the kind of visibility where like, you can see where you're going, but not where you're going to be, if that makes sense. Like, you can see the road to drive fine, but you can't see the end of the road, if that makes sense. Especially when you're like, driving at night, and I'll be honest, my optics do have a bit of trouble at night, just insofar as light is concerned. It doesn't take a lot to kind of overload the optics a little bit at night, and especially with the fog making the light kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here? I guess flare out is the word, maybe? I don't know, when it's like misty or foggy over here, it doesn't, if the light is like, I'm really articulating this extremely poorly, I do apologise. When it is foggy or misty over here, the light seems to be like blown out, almost like it's overexposed, and it really is not great, especially if you're trying to drive in that. Hey, Matthew, welcome in, welcome, hope you're doing well, welcome in. So yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well, hope your weather is treating you a little bit nicer than ours. I'm kind of like side-eyeing the window. I don't know why. I can't see out the window because the curtains are shut. But I have this horrible feeling that we may be due some snow. I'd really rather we didn't. I am someone that is quite happy to look at snow. I enjoy the presence of snow. I hate when I have to do anything when it's snowing though. Must be even worse. Yeah, that's the thing, like, we don't get an awful lot of snow around here. Like, we usually get maybe, I don't know, a week of snow, if even. Like, we can go an entire year without getting any snow around here. It's not terribly common. But when it does snow, it is pretty miserable. And we're not quite like, it's not like, how do I phrase this? I know people that live in, say, Texas, for argument's sake, right? Who, when it's rainy or snowy, like, it becomes chaos. Like, no one knows how to deal with a bit of rain or a bit of snow because, they don't have any snow there. It's Texas. But we're more prepared for it. But at the same time, it's just miserable when it happens. Like the same for us here, the wind does is either a flurry or a blizzard. Yeah, oh gosh, you've reminded me of saying that actually. Years and years ago, okay, little Helm story, little Helm lore dump for you. So when I was a wee Helmlet, about 13 or so in human terms, the school that I went to was, what's the word I would use to describe it? Bad. Actually, that's not even fair. That's not fair. The school was fine. The children that attended the school were absolute little bastards. I mean, I know a lot of kids are absolute little bastards anyway, but like, these were actual monsters, these children. As a result of this, I actually stopped taking the school bus because I had some very bad experiences on the school bus that I'd rather not have to go through again. So, as a result of this, I had to walk to school or take public transport to school. Problem being, the public transport did not stop close to the school. It stopped like, I don't know, I have to kind of estimate this now, like a 20-minute walk from the school was the closest bus stop. And that's quite a long walk. especially because after, the bad experience that I'd had on the school bus, Lady Helm was, a bit protective of me. So Lady Helm would take the public transport bus with me. For the record, her idea, not mine, her idea. And she would then walk me, to not all the way to the school gates, but close enough that she could be sure that nothing bad had happened. And then she would go back and then meet me at the same spot again at the end of the day. I greatly appreciated her doing this. She did not drive at the time. Funnily enough, she actually did later learn to drive, basically so she could, avoid all this nonsense. And to be fair, she was glad that she did. She got a lot, learn to drive. It's a really, really good skill to have. Anyways, this is all linked down to you if you're talking about how it can be like a blizzard. We don't get terrible snow over here very often. But when I was probably 14 or so, we had some of the worst snow I've ever seen. Absolute blizzard. To the point that public transport wasn't running because the roads were that bad. So Lady Hill met me at school and we walked all the way back. You know what? I was gonna guess, but I can give me a moment here. I'm gonna do a big brain move. I'm gonna Google Maps to see how long Google thinks it takes to walk from where I'm at to where my school was. Let's see here. According to Google Maps, from where I am now to where my school was at the time, it is a 50-minute walk. It is apparently about 2.5 miles, depending on the exact route you take. 50 minutes. And this was in blizzard weather, by the way. Probably I don't mind walking. I'm a bit lazy, but I don't mind doing a bit of walking. Truth be told, I don't like driving that much, so I'll happily walk somewhere or take a train if it's more convenient. An hour of walking in absolute blizzard was probably the single most miserable day I can remember from that time period in my life. In fact, actually, as I'm saying this out loud, I think that may have actually been, at least in part, what eventually convinced Lady Helm that, I'm going to learn to drive. I mean, it worked out. Don't get me wrong, it worked out, but I don't think either of us were happy by the time we got home. It was miserable. Anyway, enough talking about the weather, because we do that far too often here. We're here to play some games tonight. We're going to be playing Sir Noggin, which is a game that I bought on Steam because it just showed up one day on my recommended. I'm like, oh, this looks exactly like my cup of tea. I'm hoping it's good. It might be bad for all I know, but I mean, even a bad game can be entertaining. I don't have any reason to think it'll be bad. I think it'll be fun. It's got a Master System style aesthetic, which is something you don't really see a lot of. Like, a lot of games do, retro pandering, Game Boy Color pandering, or NES pandering, or we're actually getting a lot of, PS1 pandering these days. I say pandering, I don't mean that as an insult, by the way. I am not immune to the allure of nostalgia baiting by any means. But this game is explicitly Master System nostalgia baiting, which is something you don't see a lot of. I talked about this last stream. I am very nostalgic for the Master System, even though it was a system that not many people seem to be familiar with. In America, I think some people just aren't familiar with it at all because it just didn't do well there. So, I don't know, I'm quite excited to get into it. So please keep your arms, legs, and other body parts clear of closing doors. I'll see you by the game screen in just a sec. And of course, this is yet another one of those games that does not like to be alt-tabbed. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is a new trend or something, but I swear that games didn't used to be as fussy about being alt-tabbed. I don't know, I've just run into a lot of games recently that mute themselves when you alt-tab and do not have an option to change that. Speaking of volume, how is the volume? It looks, on my end, it looks like the levels should be okay, but as always, if it's a bit too loud, a bit too quiet, I'd much rather you guys let me know. So I've literally fired this game up for the first time today, for stream. Literally all I did was resize the menu, the window, because I like to play in windowed mode. And I did notice, when going through the options and the menus, under the extra thing, there is a how to play, which, considering how obtuse some of the 8-bit era of games can be, you know, the Master System NES games, I think this will be a good thing to check out first. Okay, so it's excellent, wonderful. If it changes, by all means, let me know. Alright, introduction. Oh, right, there was a cutscene when I loaded it up. I skipped it. Oh well. However, luckily for the citizens of Geigen Island, there was a hero. A hero with a gigantic sword. His name was Sir Noggin. Main objective. Sir Noggin is a high-action platformer game with multiple levels and power-ups. You control Sir Noggin as he takes on the critters created by the evil wizard... Derek? the evil wizard Derek. Excellent, wonderful name. Through 6 different themed stages. You must battle through the stages sequentially and destroy any threats that you come across. You will again power-ups. I think you accidentally a word there, that's fine. You will again power-ups to help you along this mission, ranging from boomerangs to shields. At the end of each stage, must fight a gigantic version of one of these critters, magically changed by Derek. Use extra caution while fighting these. Boss fight, fair enough. Okay, so left and right moves to Noggin. Pressing the jump button will make him jump. Pressing it again, we have a double jump. Sword button will make Sir Noggin attack using his gigantic sword. And while you're standing still, you can use your shield to block projectiles. Okay, so it's like Zelda rules. Pressing the sub-weapon button, you can attack with your sub-weapon as long as you've got the magic required. There are 4 sub-weapons in this game. Knife for 1 MP, was that a knife that will travel in a straight line? Bombs for 2. What about a bomb that arcs and explodes on contact, that's high damage? Fire wand for 3 MP, shoots out 3 fireballs in a spread pattern. Boomerang 2 MP, shoot out a boomerang that goes through walls and will return to you. In the game you will find chests. Attack the chests to open them to reveal the item within. Along with containing sub-weapons, they also contain other items. Small heart heals 1 hit point, and large heart heals all of them. Coin gives 1,000 points. Shield protects from 1 attack. Magic potion gives you 6 magic points back. On-screen display, located at the top of the part of the screen, it shows various bits of information such as health, time, and sub-weapons. Life meter have 5 hit points. As the critters attack, your life meter drops. When you run out of hearts, you'll have to die and restart the current area. The timer runs out, you will die and have to restart the current area. This shows what sub-weapon you currently have equipped and how much magic you have for them. Score keeps track of your score. Each critter you destroy or coin you collect. Each critter you destroy or coin you collect points. I think they meant to say gives you points. But at the end of the stage, you'll also get bonuses depending on how well you've done. Thank you for buying this game. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you enjoy playing it and reliving the golden age of gaming. Simple enough. Sounds straightforward. I'm wondering what the challenges are, but we'll look at them later. We'll see how, depends on the game is. I've heard the game might, I looked on Steam's reviews just to make sure the game wasn't, you know, reviewed extremely poorly. And it wasn't. The reviews on this game do seem to be positive. Some of them did suggest the game might be a bit short though, and hey, if that's the case, that's fine. Hopefully it's a good time, if it's not necessarily a long time. That is a very, very large sword. Okay, controls feels pretty good. Nice snappy attack, alright. Okay, so I'm assuming that is like, is that 11 knives or? Well, actually the knife is 1 MP anyway, right? Oh man, I just noticed this has to be very deliberate, this choice to make the environment have like a orange and brown checkerboard pattern. Very Sonic 1. I tell you what, I will say this game does fail with the nostalgia pandering it a little bit. Just because it controls very smoothly. I remember a lot of Master System games could be a bit jank. Okay, so the number is not the number of uses, it's the number of MP you have. So we have half as many as it says. Got it. The music's kind of nice. I see, so the enemies do just keep respawning, so we can just kind of breeze through them, I suppose. Nice generous hitbox on the sword as well. You know, this game kind of reminds me of just aesthetically? Ah, okay. It's a little bit Kirby, isn't it? Because everything's so cute. I think it's the eyes that does it. Very Kirby-style eyes. Let's test this out. Okay, literally a spread shot, got it. I tell you what else this low-key fails a little bit with the nostalgia pandering. We haven't died yet. I don't think I can recall a single Master System game that wasn't like relentlessly trying to murder you on the first screen. Well, actually, maybe that's not entirely fair. Some of them have like very easy first stages and then get brutally hard, so maybe we'll be in for eating those words later. Zone complete! Okay, I'll take a think. Adult sucker from Bardo would one-shot Madara when he fought Hashir Rama in the Valley End. I'll be honest, Red, I have no idea what you're on about. I'm very sorry. I am not a Naruto enjoyer. And nothing against it. I don't think it's bad or anything. Back in the day, I tried watching it. I just bounced off of it. It was not my cup of tea, unfortunately. I do apologize. I don't know anything about Naruto. I do appreciate that the bombs are contact bombs. I was watching Melanie play Mega Man the other day, and she got the bomb, I always forgot what bomb man's weapon is called. Super bomb? Hyper bomb? Some sort of bomb anyway. And it is comical how bad that weapon is in that game. Just because it doesn't explode on contact. So I'm taking this very methodically. I'm sure if we were trying to go quick, we could do this very, very quickly. New Mega Man game? Oh yeah, I'm super looking forward to the new Mega Man game. Oh no! Oh, after he gets, he did not. He dodged. Yeah, new Mega Man game was absolutely the highlight of the Game Awards for me. Someone pointed out, the game that was like the last game revealed at the Game Awards, the one where Jeff Keighley sounded so emotional it sounded like he was about to burst into tears. It's due. Oh no, that's fine. It's only our shield. It's due to come out in like 5 weeks. Nothing has been posted on their Twitter since the Game Awards. Like you'd think you'd want to hype up your game a little bit, but no, I guess they just couldn't be bothered. Especially considering how, like, mid the reception was to it. You'd think they'd want to really try and, like, you know, big it up, but I don't know. I guess not. Boss time! Castle Plains Zone Boss. Maybe delayed? Maybe, but even then, like, just over a month? That's, like, not much notice for delaying a game. Could be, though. I mean, again, because... Oh, okay. You take multiple hits. Got it. Considering how... Again, the reception to the game was not great. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to take the time to kind of refine it a bit and maybe make it a bit more appealing. Oh no! I took damage for the first time. Well, real damage. You know what's funny? There's no reason to collect these coins, they're just points, but I want them. I have no reason to think score does anything. Like, I don't think there's lives in this game. I didn't mention lives. I mentioned health. Didn't mention lives. Which, honestly, good. I do think lives as a game mechanic are kind of a little bit antiquated these days. Okay, boss time. Oh, big. Oh, that is a very generous hitbox. I thought we actually didn't jump high enough there, but we'll take that. Yeah, we should do the wing round. Make your hits, maybe. You know, I'm not actually complaining about this, but one other thing that, like, just in my mind is kind of like the nostalgic thing that this game isn't doing. And it's not a bad thing it's not doing. I haven't seen sprite flickering yet. In old NES games, it tended to struggle when there was a lot of sprites on screen. And the Master System was not immune to that either. Okay, one more hit, maybe? There we go. Boss defeated. You can't hit boss for an old second. Yeah, very much so. Again, though, not a bad thing at all. Like, I would much rather the hitboxes are on the side of generous than just be obnoxious and, like, unfair. I kind of want to know if the spikes are instant death, but at the same time, I got an achievement for beating the first zone without dying. And now I kind of want to see if I can do the whole game without dying. I mean, no, oh, the answer's probably not, but I don't want to just potentially sack on purpose. Ow. It was a bit more careful of the snakes. Yeah, the music is nice. They actually had the soundtrack on Steam as well, as like a separate thing you could buy. I wonder if it's... I mean, I'm not smart enough to know if it is or not, but I wonder if it is working in the same limitations as the Master System in that regard. Like, I'm not so familiar with the Master System that I could work out by listening if the music has too many sound channels or whatever. Or if the colour palette has too many colours or anything like that, but it certainly seems faithful from my casual observer standpoint. This area, actually, this reminds me of, not the music, but the design of the stage. Reminds me of one of the Disney games. I can't remember what it was called. Might have been Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse? So it kind of the bees too? Were there bees in that game? I don't even remember. I had that game, I think. But I think it was one of those other games that I had for the Master System, but I only ever got past, like, the very first stage once. And the thing is, it's been so long since I played those games, I don't know if that was, like, the games were hard, or if I was just really bad at video games, which... Well, that hasn't changed tremendously, but... Aha. Oh, okay. You know, the bees are a little... Oh, whoops. The bees are a little bit, what's the word? Buzz Bomber? Is that what they were called? The ones from Sonic. I think it was Buzz Bomber. I kind of forgot about the shield as well. Hold on. Okay, never mind. The moment that I thought that block was like something conspicuous, but it doesn't seem to have been. They went to push over these. Yeah, they really were. The old, like, 8-bit games, they kind of had to be, didn't they? Because, like, a lot of those 8-bit games, if you were good at them, you can... I mean, you don't need to look at any speedrun, you know. You can get through those games very quickly if you know what you're doing and you're good at them. And because, like, you know, back then, games had to kind of work hard to justify their price tag, the easiest way to make them last a long time was to make them bullshit difficult. I don't think I ever actually finished a Master System game, come to think of it. I think the closest I got was Sonic Chaos, where I got, like... I think I might have gotten to the final zone, but I don't think I finished it. I think I died trying to finish it. Yep. Hey, Big Up, welcome in, welcome. How are you doing tonight? forget, the game did say how many zones there were, but I can't remember how many it said. I want to say 7? They might be doing a short game, but like, again, not every game has to be a billion years. Okay, I kind of got lucky, guys. I got saved by the double jump. Yeah, not every game has to be like a billion years long, like... I enjoy a long game sometimes, but sometimes you just want to play a game and just sit down and finish it in one sitting, you know? It's kind of like Final Fantasy. Like, I like Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but sometimes you don't want to sit and read dialogue. Sometimes you just want to throw numbers at people and fight chaos. She says he loves 3. Look, 3 might not be the best Final Fantasy game. But like, even the worst Final Fantasy game is at least a decent video game. And 3's not even close to being the actual worst Final Fantasy game. Alright, second zone down. Well, almost. We'll do the boss first. They said that the bombs did a lot of damage. I wonder if they'll be good for the boss. Maybe we'll try and hold on to the bombs. I feel like these spikes must be instant death. It's because of how generous these platforms are. If we never find out, I'll be okay with that. Nope. Get the bomb. You know, those pink little jelly guys are very, like, very Kirby coded, aren't they? Not just because they're pink, like the eyes are the same and everything. Oh, we swapped the torch. Ah, well. Ah, well, that's probably fine. I'm probably gonna keep forgetting about them anyway. Sub-weapons. It's a problem I have in every game. If you give me, like, a weapon that has a finite use, I'm gonna probably not want to use it for fear of becoming reliant upon it. Big slime! Big... Oh, it's angry slime. Oh, okay. Oh, that's damage as well. Okay, okay. Did not realize. Okay, okay. Got it, okay. Oh, out of mana. That's what it is. There we go. Oh no! He's so sad! Aww. Well, we did it without dying, though. Hey, but how do you feel about things like Summer Game Fest, the Games Awards, and E3 is dead? I don't... It's weird, like, I know E3 was basically just... What's the word? Like, an excuse for... Oh, I thought it was a background element. It's actually a platform. Okay. Yeah, I know, like, E3 was basically just an excuse for, like, you know, people to, like, network and whatnot that were in the industry, but... I don't know. I kind of liked it when it was a lot more centralized like that. I think it was nicer when the companies had more time to kind of hold their own panels and do weird and wonderful things, whereas, like, the Game Awards are just like... They're fine, they're not an unenjoyable watch, but... It's way less exciting just seeing, like, a trailer. You know? As opposed to, like, holding a whole panel and be like, yeah, here's the weird shit we've been up to. And let's be honest, like, E3 did give us some amazingly unintentional cringe moments over the years. I mean, who else remembers Ridge Racer? And of course, you know, who can possibly forget So here's this giant enemy crab. You know, to this day, I actually have no idea what the giant enemy crab game is. Okay, well, we found out the spikes are not instant death. Like, I have no idea if the giant enemy crab game is even any good or not. It might be great for all I know. I haven't played it. And you attack its weak point for massive damage, exactly. I like direct slow down a lot too. Yeah, like, you know what? I am by no means Nintendo's biggest fan. I might be in the running for one of its strongest haters, potentially. But I'll give them this, like, I appreciate the Nintendo Directs for being so, well, when they were, for being as frequent as they were. And often, like, very to the point in a way that was, like, refreshing. I know I just, like, said that the Game Awards wasn't as fun because it was too to the point, but I don't know. There feels like something just weirdly... I can't really articulate this in a way that, like, makes any logistical sense, but something like the Game Awards just feels so much more soulless compared to, like, E3. How do we get up there? Oh, like that, that's out. Got baited by the mushroom. Plus, also, let's be honest, like, again, some of the comedy that came out of E3 was, like, amazing. I will never forget... Oh, whoops. I'll never forget, one of my all-time favourite E3 moments was the Sony panel for the PlayStation 4 that came, like immediately after Xbox held their Xbox One panel, where they, you know, ruined their PR by saying, like, yeah, you won't be able to share games on Xbox, must always be online, etc., etc. And then Sony comes out, like 2 days later and is like, here's how you share games on PS4. Guy hands over game. Thanks! That was, like, the last moment I can think of, like, the game companies proper beefing with each other. I do kind of low-key miss when the game companies are just, like, talking shit about each other openly. You know, Genesis does what Nintendo don't and all that. Heck, I remember one of the adverts for Final Fantasy VII back in the day, the magazine adverts. There was an advert that was like a full-page spread, and it was just a image of the giant cannon at Junon. And it just was captioned with, somebody get the guys who make cartridge games a cigarette and a blindfold. There was some fuzzies. Yeah, it was like, I don't know, I feel like we could have that these days without it being mean-spirited, you know? I don't honestly think any of it ever went too far. I guess the closest was, like, at least in my memory, the closest I can think of, like, the banter being potentially a little bit mean was actually the adverts for Tire Tasmania and Tiger of all games. There was an advert that showed, like, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario, and Crash Bandicoot in, like, full-body casts in hospital, with, like, boomerangs sticking out of them when they've been attacked by Ty. He enters the room, and then they're, like, shaking in terror at the sight of him. Even then, though, it is kind of funny. Like, it might have been a little mean, but it was still kind of fun. Counterpoint, the Sony fans that created the 90s were the worst. I think any fan base has potential to be awful. Like, I mean, even today, like, there are definitely some PlayStation fans that are, like, obsessed with games, like, having, like, the shiniest graphics or whatnot, you know? Like, the sort of people that would complain, like, oh, what, Baldur's Gate won an award? How can this game win an award? It's just menus! Meanwhile, these same people think, like, Spider-Man is the greatest game ever, even though that game is just an interactive cutscene, you know? Again, there's nothing wrong with either games, just be aware of the glass house that you throw your stones from. Oh, shoot! Okay, thank goodness we can make that jump. Otherwise, that could have been pretty bad. There we go. So the people who made Final Fantasy 14 1.0. 14 1.0 was an absolute mess, man. I never played it, but you do not need to have played that game to see what a mess it was. Oof. I think a lot of those older MMOs, I mean, I know 14 1.0 wasn't that old, but I think there's a reason why MMOs kind of largely gravitated to the WoW style. And I think it was honestly largely a good thing. I think a lot of the things that people liked about MMOs no longer make sense. Like, a lot of the things that people liked about the old school MMOs was, wow, I get to talk to people online on the internet and play a game with them. Like, at the time, that was, like, new and novel, you know? Rhea, thank you for the follow, welcome in, welcome. Like, you gotta think, back in, like, the 90s and early 2000s, just the idea that you could play an online video game and talk to other human beings while doing so was unheard of. I think at that point you kind of run into what I call the Borderlands problem, which is that the quality of the game itself does not matter. You are having a good time because you're playing with people. But in the cold light of day, when you're forced to actually look at the game itself and how fun it is, I think a lot of those old MMOs don't hold up amazingly. And I think if anyone ever did make a modern MMO in the style of those old school MMOs, I don't think it would do well. I don't think people want that anymore. I think a lot of people would think they want that. But I think a lot of them would be kind of turned off from if they actually try to play a game like that without nostalgia clouding their vision. Or maybe I'm just completely wrong, I don't know. I'm just one silly little robot on the internet, I could be completely wrong. That's just my opinion on that. I will say that I think it is possible to go too far in the opposite direction with that though. And I'd say FF14 has kind of debatably done so. The point where, like, FF14 nowadays is functionally a single-player MMO that you can play in multiplayer for challenge content. Like, the game expects you to play with other people, but, like, you don't gotta. You can do the entire story solo. Oh, he's a large mushroom. Okay. Spikes on the ceiling. Oh! I see, we're spawning a jump platform. That's sneaky. Oh, I don't double jump. Do not double jump. Oh, that's challenging. We can jump over 2. Okay, 3 does require a platform, it looks like. Oh. Well, 1 is easy enough, and you'll under 1. Ow! That was really careless. It's fine, we get in there. Get in the deeps. Oh! Fine. Oh no! We were doing so well! Darn! First death of the game. Hey, welcome! Oh damn, so much for getting through deathless. I did say that these old Master System games seemed to amp it up after the first level or so, didn't I? Okay, so we can stand on there without hitting the top as long as we don't hit the jump button while doing so. I think we have to use that to dodge the three shot. Or not, we can just thread the needle. Okay, it's actually not impossible to jump over. Oh, we also have sub-weapon as well. That's annoying. Oh, dang it. Oh! Spawned right under me. Fine. Deep trace. There we go. You look so sad. I feel bad. I hate when the bosses look so, like, cute when you kill them. It's like, oh, I don't want to hurt you. Hey, Root, who's your favourite DMMD character. I don't know what DMMD is in this context, I'm afraid. Oh, penguins! Okay, I have a theory regarding penguins. This is my penguin theory. No human being actually dislikes penguins. That is my penguin theory. You might be, like, ambivalent towards penguins. But I don't think anyone, like, actually hates them. They're like the most benign animals known to man. Can we jump in the water? Yes, we can. In fact, we have to jump in the water, okay. It's kind of like a Mario quicksand. You can't move in it. I see. This is a really cute winter stage. I hope the plot twist is going to be that we're the baddies for killing all these cute creatures. Oh, ice physics? Ice physics, okay. I mean, they had to show up eventually, right? Are you really even making a retro-style game if there aren't ice physics in the ice level? We don't have the water level yet either. That's the other, like, staple of these old-school games. Actually, you know one level theme I miss? That you just do not see anymore? And yet it was quite common in, like, the 8-bit era. 8-bit and 16-bit era, actually, I'd say. The Japan level. Like, for whatever reason, a lot of Japanese games would have just, like, a stage which is just themed around Japan itself. Regardless of how appropriate it was to the game at hand. That's because the Japan level is now just the Japan game. Actually, that's so... Okay, can't block that. That's actually true, though. Shoutouts to, generic, non-specific Eastern action games. Could be Japan, could be China, doesn't matter, they all look the same. Eastern-style action game, try not to include a baby in the trailer challenge, impossible difficulty. I don't know why that was such a thing, like, I'm not sure if that's trying to, like, refer to a specific thing I'm just too dumb to know of. Like, I know in, what was it, Dynasty Warriors, like, Zhao Yun famously rescued Liu Bei's son, I think? When he was, like, a baby. Like, maybe they're all just trying to really hard to invoke that imagery. I actually remember the shield actually exists. I always have trouble with, like, passive defenses in games, like ones where it's like you defend by not pressing anything. It's just such an alien-feeling control scheme to me. There's nothing wrong with it, like, it's purely a me problem. It's kind of like with, rhythm games. I always find with rhythm games that when it comes to the harder stages, for me, I tend to find, like, the slower stages are the harder ones. I mean, you know, go high enough with the difficulty and it becomes hard again, but... Like, I will find the... Okay, let's say you're playing a rhythm game where it's like a difficulty slider of, like, 1 to 10, right? I will often find that, like, the songs that are around, like, the 7 or 8 difficulty are, like, the ideal difficulty. And the ones that are, like, lower than 7 or 8, I often find harder. I think it's, like, an impatience thing. I guess I didn't follow the rest of the Liu Shan up to it, and that'd be all good. I don't actually know how that goes. My knowledge of that era is entirely from Dynasty Warriors. And I'm fully aware that's not exactly a great way of learning about it. Not exactly historically accurate, shall we say. My favourite part of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms is the part where Guan Yu teams up with Kasumi from Dead or Alive. Liu Bei went, "How dare you risk your life for my son?" and spiked the baboon! What the heck? Wow. Wow, I didn't realise Liu Bei played dinosaurs, popped a baby. That's really funny out of context. Like, even in context, it's funny to think the idea that, like, you know, he's like, no, you're more valuable than my actual son. I'm starting to remember the shield a little bit more now. I think my only gripe, I would say, oh, we can just run snow. Oh. I thought I only gripe with this game, like, mechanically, I would say, is it does occasionally feel inconsistent with how many hits enemies take. I'm assuming that, like, the sword has, like, a lingering hitbox that can, so, like, sometimes one swing does 1 damage and sometimes it does 2, but that's the only, like, real complaint I'd say with, like, how the game feels. The aesthetic of this game was just so charming. I wonder if there's any, like, secrets or anything to find. I'm gonna go with probably not, but it wouldn't surprise me if we get to, like, the last stage and then I find a secret and the game's like, oh, now I'm gonna find the rest. I'm like, wait, what? Sometimes I'm slow and take 2 hits and sometimes I take 1. I might be wrong on that, actually. I'm not sure. But... okay, well, that's a clear bug. Bug in our favour, but... actually, I just realised I don't think it is the snowman. It's the octopus guys. I'm going to take 2 hits. I'm done. Ooh, bombs. Let's see how good the bombs are against the boss. I do know that the penguins slide as well. So, fun fact, in the Pathfinder role-playing game, at least in the first edition, I don't know if they carried this over to the second, the penguin has a unique form of movement that is called a toboggan speed. And it literally is for exactly this. When the penguin slides on their stomach on, like, snow or ice, they can move faster. Hey, this spider looks great. It's really charming, isn't it? It's so cute. Giant snowman. I was kind of hoping for giant penguin, but this will do fine. Bomb the snowman. Oh, okay. Goodbye. My thing's like a shark. Okay, that does a lot of damage, yeah. Can't hit the head. That's me the body. Okay, one more cycle should do it, and this guy feels like he's taken very few hits. I'm wondering if there's going to be a phase 2. Maybe phase 2 is just the head. Okay, no, he's just switching out the mushroom guy, I guess. Well, they did say the bomb does a lot of damage, they weren't kidding. I kind of want to go back and redo the mushroom stage. Can I go back? No, that has to be done sequentially. Damn. Ancient Sky. This is a really nice looking zone as well. I'm a big fan of, like, sky ruins as an aesthetic. I don't know why, there's something about the idea that I always found just very enjoyable. We can just push against it. See, okay, this snake died in 1 hit. Snakes definitely usually take 2. I'm not going crazy, it is slightly inconsistent. See, that time it took 2 hits. if the bug is that sometimes enemies take less hits, I'm fine with that. A bug in the player's favor occasionally is not the worst thing in the world. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Looked a little bit scary, but looked good. I can't work out, and when I say this is not a complaint, I can't work out if this game is a little on the easy side or if I'm just, like, actually not bad at it. So I've had people, like, say before that they find, like, Crash Bandicoot quite difficult, and I'm like, really? Like, I don't mean anything snarky, but, like, I mean, literally, like, I don't think of Crash Bandicoot as being, like, generally a difficult series of games, but I know some people who have said, like, yeah, I can't beat Crash Bandicoot. I'm like, oh. I'm not going to mock you for it, I'm just surprised. I never really considered them to be difficult games myself, but maybe I'm just, like, actually good at platformers, and that's the thing I'm good at, I don't know. Stage Reef is the Kirby thing. It is very Kirby, isn't it? I could see Kirby running out of stage like this. It's mostly Crash 1. Crash 1 is definitely the hardest one, for sure. The combination of having, like, fewer movement options, and the fact that in the original PS1 release you did have to get, like, every box death. Yeah, that does make it a lot harder, but, like, if you just care about seeing the credit sequence, even Crash 1 isn't even that hard. Or, of course, you just do what I do, and you break out the old Billy Mitchell special. By which I mean, triangle, 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 x squared, triangle, 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 square, x, triangle, circle, triangle, 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 circle, square, triangle, x, 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 x. Which is the 100% completion code. That being said, it's a completely worthless code, because it's a 100% completion code. But in the original Crash Bandicoot 1, you could only save the game after gaining a collectible that advances the completion percentage. So you can use that code to access any stage, but you can't save the game afterwards. So if you actually know someone or knew someone, I guess these days, that had a 100% save file, that was a flex. Although, admittedly, you could kind of cheat with that, like you could find like a 98% code, just get back to the last gen or something in theory. Has there been a game that had the opposite of the Crash Spyro issue, as in going from tons of playable animal threads to a single just the main one? Hey Snug! Here to bully this polished cutie. Damn! Fine, you're allowed today, because this game is very cute. Everything well, Snug! Okay, so I'm trying to think, yeah, games that kind of narrowed the focus. This isn't quite the same thing, I don't think, but you could make an argument for that happening with Soul Calibur. Because Soul Calibur, obviously being, you know, multiplayer fighting game, had, like, a lot of characters. But they did then release a game that was like, you only play as Siegfried. I never played that game, I heard it wasn't very good, but I don't know, maybe it's okay. Oh, whoa, oh, okay. Okay, so you don't die from falling off into the sky, that's also good. We enjoyed it, but it's a Garbo movie, how's it? It's going good! Play a nice little cute game, nice comfy little game. What Garbo movie were you watching, if I may ask? FNAF 2, I see. I've heard nothing about it, and I don't think I require convincing that it's bad. I don't know, if you enjoy FNAF for whatever reason, more power to you, but I'll be honest, I never got the FNAF hype. At all. Literally ends the middle of the story is not great. Oh. Well, I mean, to be fair to the license, I feel like if any movie can get away with sequel baiting, it's something like FNAF. Because let's be honest, the FNAF movie was like the Minecraft movie. The actual quality of the movie was irrelevant. It was gonna make its money back the moment it was announced. Kind of like any modern Pokemon game. The actual quality of the game is irrelevant. It will make $1 billion anyway. last 6 months, I have really been on my Pokemon hater arc. You think I hate Pokemon? I don't. I don't hate Pokemon, I just wish they were doing better. The franchise deserves better. That's why I'm so angry about it. Northern Ice isn't in new games, but something in my mind finds it weird that the pit doesn't kill you. It is a surprisingly, what's the word? That is a surprising mercy, I'll be honest. I was fully prepared for falling off into a pit to kill me. And the response is good? I'm sorry, Snug, I can't agree with you on that. I can't agree with you on that, I do apologise. If you've had fun with it, then I am very glad, and more power to you, but, I've yet to see anything from ZA that convinces me it would be a good time. Oh, I can't take a lot of damage, we might die. Hopefully not. I think a lot of the bosses have given us... Well, there's our death. I didn't think he'd walk off the ledge. Well, at least it takes away the stress of not having to die. I think when it comes to Pokemon, like... I want to like it a lot more than I do, that's the thing. I grew up with Pokemon, I spent like an absurd amount of hours with the series, and that's the only reason why I think I'm so critical of it, because it is something I am very nostalgic for. I am, you know, I like to think I'm a fan of. I just wish Game Freak didn't make it so hard to be a fan of it. Hey, can we bomb you? You gonna come down? Okay, that works. Okay, this guy does just have a lot less health than the mushroom guy. And the mushroom guy had like 2 health bars. Oh. Weird. I guess maybe they made the mushroom guy tankier because you can have like 100% uptime on him. This guy's kind of cool actually, I'm gonna vibe on this one. Oh, you're invulnerable? Okay, no, you just blew up. I genuinely attacked this flame in the background, just thinking of freaking Castlevania. I'm like, oh yeah, a flame, you attack those and get power-ups, right? It was very Bowser's. Yeah, it's very Bowser's Castle. These little fireball guys. Did you know, in Mario Bros. The original one, the little jumping up and down fireball guys have a name? I think they're called like Potaboos or something, or Podo. It's... I forget if it's T or D, it's one of those. It's another thing I kind of miss about older games, when like, you'd finish the game, and the game would like do a little credits roll of all the enemies, and then you discover that like the enemies have names you would never have guessed in a million years. Like in Mega Man, I believe in Japanese they were called octopus batteries. For some reason in the localized game they were called adhering Susies. Oh yes, obviously. What else would you call those things? It'd cute to see more RPGs do that. I guess with like a lot of RPGs, like, you know, turn-based style, Final Fantasy style ones. I guess in that one they don't need it so much because, you know, you see the name when you select them in the combat menu, but like for platformers, definitely. You know, a little bit low on health, we'll need some bombs. Oh, well that solves that problem. The way that spiked bulldozer is moving makes me think of another old, like, nostalgic thing. Not really a Master System thing, more of a Genesis/Mega Drive kind of thing. But one thing I still kind of miss regardless. I miss when platformers would have bosses with like long necks or like long limbs or tails, and they were just made of orbs. Like, rather than trying to animate like a flexible bendy neck, they were just a bunch of spheres that created the illusion of a neck. I don't know why, I'm just like weirdly nostalgic for that specifically. You don't see that anymore. It was extra funny in games like Joe and Mac. They did that in that game quite a bit, and I'm pretty sure in some of the bosses, they like stretched the limb out so much so that the balls very clearly separate and just completely ruin the illusion. The Rayman Partnation, yeah, exactly, yeah. There's so many Draco Tower games that people just going, no, I'm conceding. That is like the unspoken power of playing a good deck. That's like the experience when you play Kashtira. Like, one of my favourite decks to play is Kashtira Gate Guardian. It's not a good deck, but I like to describe it like that one scene from King of the Hill. You know, where he's like, you're not making rock and roll, you're not making Christianity any better, you're just making rock and roll worse. That is Kashtira Gate Guardian. You're not making Gate Guardian any better, you're just making Kashtira worse. But the number of times where you just special summon Fenrir, and the opponent just goes, nah, I'm not playing Kashtira, and just scoops. The threat of Kashtira is far more intimidating than anything the Kashtira board can actually put up. Oh god, that's moving down. Okay. That's kind of neat, actually. I've played games that have, like, crusher ceilings before. I've never seen ones where you can reset them. Ruby, welcome in! Welcome in, Raiders! I'm Helm-Chan, the perfectly normal robot maid! We're here today playing Sir Noggin, which is this very cute, Master System style game. I'm just gonna pause it to give you a shout out, because, I don't fancy my chances in trying to do a shout out while dealing with this ceiling mechanic. There we are. Guys, go to hey Sky! Welcome in! Welcome! Oh, hi! Push the ceiling up as well. Neat. This game is very generous with some of its mechanics, but I'm not complaining. As I always like to say, I would rather a game be a little bit too easy than a little bit too hard. Hey Sky! Thank you for the raid! Welcome in! I'll give you a shout in a little bit once the cooldown ends. Everyone ready for let's go! Hope you guys had a good time with whatever you're up to. What were you playing tonight? Whatever it was, I had a great time. If you need to... Whoops. If you need to raid, of course I totally understand, but if not, we'd love to have you here. I hope you enjoy yourself while you're here tonight. I think we're actually quite near the end of the game already. It's been a bit of a short one, but... if we finish it, we might just try and go again just to do the stages deathless again. Because we miss a couple of deathless stages. We don't need to fight you guys, we can just ignore that. Oh! That's fine, red shield. Thank you, full heal. We will take that. I actually really like this mechanic. Again, oops. I've played plenty of... oh, shit. Ow, that was bad. I've played plenty of games that have like the... oh gosh, we're biffing it. The crushing ceiling mechanic. I don't know if I've ever played one where you can manually reset it like that. It's kind of novel. We're playing Guild Wars, okay, yapping about random prep off figure out their MMO. We spent more time yapping than playing as MMOs, baby! And that played to lose me while they were trauma dumping in my was good. It's fair! Very fair. I hope you've been enjoying the event. It's truly marvellous. Actually, it is technically 1 in the morning here, which means it is Sunday. So I hope you have a marvellous Sunday. There There we go. There we go, you're dying. Honestly, kind of amazing having a good deck that I genuinely enjoy has massively changed out for you. I agree. Snug, I 100% agree. I had that experience when I started playing Ryziel. Like, I've never been someone that refuses to play good decks. But it is astonishing how much more fun you have when your deck is able to put up consistent wins. Like, it sounds so obvious, for sure, but, like, I think a lot of people could benefit from just having, like, oh, what's a really good pick that I enjoy playing? Just to see how different the game becomes once you've got one, you know? Oh, what is that? Oh, I see, we'd have to drop off and then, yeah, double jump off of that. There we go, okay. Might die here. I'd rather we didn't, but we might. Bombs? Okay, thank goodness. 4 HP. I feel having playing fair payment feel like makes the game a lot fun. Exactly! You know, let me give you a shout as well, Sky. It should be off cooldown by now. There we go. Thank you guys for joining us tonight again. Well, like Roddy, you get the wins and feats random sometimes, but you still feel so fun when you beat us. Yeah, there's definitely that factor for sure. I'm kind of glad as a boss, just because I can't believe these guys were kind of neat. Okay, this guy's got more HP. Living furnace is kind of an unusual concept for a monster, but I'm kind of here for it. Shoot. Wasted a couple of buttons there. Oh. DPS! There we go. I enjoy bad decks and silly combos, whatever, but when I learned ranked, it was suffering. I love that Draco chose a very non-combo deck, short lines, and a high skill team that can answer anything if you googe. Gives me the same joy I get from playing Control and other card games, and it has Dragons of Twink and a Librarian Mummy. It's perfect. Alright, Zone 6 complete. Oh, that is a spooky eye. Optic Abyss. That is a cool name for a zone. Oh, I don't like the presumably eyes on the side of... Oh, wait, do we have to hide? Oh, that's so cool! Wait, that's such a neat mechanic. That's actually really neat, I like that. I don't like these little eyeball slimes, they're a little bit creepy. Although this platform we're on now looks like one of those, like... Do you ever see, like, a server where someone does, like, the eye emoji, then the mouth emoji, then the eye emoji? It looks like that. But yeah, no, I 100% get you with that stuff. That was me with Ryziel, like I said. I love playing Sprite. I love playing Catch Tear Game Gun. I love playing some bad city decks. They're very fun to play. But good lord, if it doesn't destroy your mental going back to back to back to back lots. Or even worse, when you win, it's just a non-game. Like, you win, but the opponent was just a box, you know? It's like, yay, I won! But, like, I didn't really get to play Yu-Gi-Oh, you know? I do also appreciate how all the enemies are themed appropriate as well. They're all eyeballs. The eyes have it. Oh, I was saying like, playing like a bad deck like a rogue deck, it's very fun. Like, I do like my rogue decks. I do like my Live Twin Sprites and such. But, like, it's really hard not to have your mental completely destroyed from going, like, 5 losses back to back. Or even worse, when you do get a win, it's because, like, your opponent's a bot, you know? But you load in, it's like, yeah, I win! But only by, like, the most technical definition of, oh wait, we're at the boss? Really? Oh. Oh, he's not gonna hide anymore. We get a bomb. We get a bomb, I'd like to keep the bomb. Oh, boomerangs, I guess. Oh, this is very Kirby. This is like Marks again, isn't it? He's even firing stars. Oh, phase 2. Oh, we got a lot of health. Okay. Okay. Ah, I see. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, right, don't get in the middle. Oh, okay, that was tough to dodge. I haven't got that pattern down yet. Oh, that does kind of work. I almost walked right into him again. Oh, dang it. That double orb pattern is the only one I don't think I've figured out. Oh, that's no. Okay, that's not too bad. More of this. Keep doing this one. I like this one. I'm not sure if the boomerang did hit for more, but it felt good to use, so we'll keep trying it. We've a lot of bomb right now, but alas, we are on boomerang. Okay, we can deal with this one. This one's not too bad. I think. Okay, good. There we go! Wait, he's just like me, for real. That's the face I make when I get defeated in the boss fight. Bitch, Kirby, this is Marks again! God dang it! We did it! I do like the comically oversized sword. Well, that was a much shorter game than I was expecting, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Let me skip the credits. That's fine, we'll let it play out. That was a fun little game! I mean, it was only like £3, so like, you know, for the price I can't be surprised. I kinda want to do another run through just to try and do the stages again that we didn't get the Deathless run on. I mean, the game took us like, what, an hour, if even? But there you go, soundtrack available. Soundtrack was good, I like the soundtrack. In fact, honestly, for what it was, this game was like perfect. It was short, sweet, fun. Oh? Ah, that was ominous. Oh, here was a story. We skipped this. One fateful night. That's what she intro at the end. The evil wizard Derek used the magic wand, why is he called Derek? To create evil critters to help take over the island. A fiend. There's only one hero who can save this land. His name is... Sir Noggin. I don't know why I expected there to be any more story than that. What is the challenges, I wonder? Oh, there's a lot. Hold on. We can do some challenges instead then, maybe. Beat the timer, 1 heart, no weapons. Fuck it! Let's do some challenges. Oh, and they even made unique graphics for it. Oh, that's a very small timer. Who cares about taking damage? The HP that matters is the last one. Oh, wait, we get time back for killing enemies. Oh, that changes things. That's fine, it's my head. To be fair, it does say defeat enemies for extra time. I just didn't read. Yu-Gi-Oh player not reading? Unheard of. Oh, whoops. Oh, okay, I guess you can't block while jumping. Never really came up before. Yeah, I guess it really comes down to pick what fights you want to take. These guys! These little... I'm not sure what they're meant to be. Bears? Oh, okay. I thought we could make that underneath it. We could not. Tell you what is great about these challenges, though? It's got the Meat Boy effect. Very quick to get back into them. I hate games... Actually, great example from when we were playing in Mega Man X5 on Thursday. Like, something being difficult and not inherently bad, it becomes a lot more frustrating for something to be difficult if it also takes you a long time. Oh, look, we were so close. It takes you a long time to get back to getting in there for another try, you know? I'm being way too impatient here. I think I need to kill a few more of these things than I'm doing currently. Oh shit, I thought I was starting that one. Dang it! Much cleaner. Good damage boost there. Okay, now we can't damage boost, but it's fine, we're here. Made it. I'm passing by for a little bit. I'm okay. Welcome back as a player. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon. There's so much of it going around this time of year, unfortunately. But it is. I hope you have a nice, speedy recovery. What if we just damage boost the whole thing? Wait, hold on, that kind of... That worked! Okay, sure. I like how we got hit at the end there. It still counts, it still counts. Building my stomach. Oh, okay, well, yeah, I hope whatever is plaguing you, I hope it leaves you soon. A lot of illness is going around this time of year, unfortunately. I mean, heck, that's why I was so absent at the end of last year. We don't have time. Okay, we actually do need to kill a few more than we have been. I'll give the dev this credit, they definitely know how to put their enemies in annoying spots. Not insurmountable, but definitely, like, irritating. It might also just be that I'm rushing way more than I need to. Yeah. Oh, we were actually quite close last time. Right, last time trial challenge. shield really does keep tripping me up. I'm just so not used to it. Oh, I can't bear that? Okay. A little bit annoying. Oh, dang it, I thought you could die there. Opponent feats has gone immediately like a shiny maxi. I still can't believe you were playing Master Duel this entire time without maxing. Unhinged behaviour. I respect it. I just don't know how you could do it. I remember when I first got into Master Duel, because Master Duel was kind of my gateway back into Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. Like, I hadn't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In decades. And I remember the person that got me into it told me, first thing you do when you get Master Duel, you're not going to be happy about it. You craft 3 copies of Max C. And they were right. I was... Oh, dang, we've out of time. Damn. They were right. I was not happy about it. But I tell you what, that 3 copies of Max C got their value very quickly. We need to kill these guys. Oh, well, okay, I guess we got them. Okay, there we go. As in, I drew into Nibiru. Feel like a criminal. Yes! You're feeling the power. The power of level 2 Earth Insect. Okay, this is the no damage run. Arugagayama, thank you for the follow! Welcome in! Welcome! Glad you're enjoying yourself here tonight. Alright, see, this is much more my speed when it comes to runs. Slow and methodical is, like, my approach to every game I can. Like, I can acknowledge that in Fire Emblem, for example, that generals are one of the worst units in the game by most standards. But by my standard, which is the standard by which my power fantasy is being an invincible wall that never dies, I fucking love it. Gotta go. Yeah, give it to you for this after that. Yeah, it's okay, Summer Supply. Have a good night's sleep, get some good rest. I hope you feel better soon. Really do. Oh, what's that? Ah, I see. I'm pleasantly surprised that they're actually introducing new obstacles just for challenges. That was almost close. There we go. I feel like these challenges are going to be a bit easier for me just because, again, not speedrunning is kind of... So speedrunning is kind of like something I'm bad at. You put me on a timer, I panic. Now if this challenge was go fast and also you have 1 life, this would be a very different conversation. Those snakes really are like the worst enemies in terms of difficulty. Them or this guy? I can't work out which one I hate more. Maybe the snakes. This guy's harder to jump over, but like, at least he doesn't move. You know what, I just realised as well, this different sprite set they've got for the stage, like with background elements, it's a little bit, not like exact by any means, but it reminds me a bit of the special stage from the Master System version of Sonic. I feel like that's definitely not an accident. So this is X9. One day we'll get X9. shoot. Well, that's my first time I died on one of these challenges. Honestly, after finishing X-Dive, if they ever do make another X game, I kind of want a game where you get to play as, like, Sigma. Like, before a prequel game, you know? I want to see more of Sigma being a good guy. I want more of Bro Sigma. Another game where Sigma isn't the final boss. Well, what if he is? What if he is the final boss? What if it's a Persona situation? The final boss is Sigma, and you beat him while playing as Sigma. It's a fun... Exactly. When the clone Sigma appears, he says, what the Sigma? Oh, whoops, I didn't even notice that guy there. No. I told you the snakes are the worst ones. Metroid Inception. Okay, I kind of thought I was clear on that one, but never mind. Maxi and Dracoto was dumb. I can then randomly fuse 4 cards in hand and return Maxi from grave to hand. Honestly, I think that the writing may be on the wall for Maxi. I'm happy about it for the record, like, it's a good thing, but... I think the OCG has it at 1 copy now, and Master has it at 2. I think we're at the point now where Maxi has been hit harder in every format than ever before, so... At that point, we just have to deal with the Mulch armies. Oh, shoot. Just gonna throw us exactly, yeah, throw us. I mean, Fulos is better for the game than Maxi, but it's still pretty cringe. Genuine question, has anyone ever seen the second effect of Molchari Fulos Resolve? Oh, shit. Like, if you're not familiar, Fulos has a second effect. If you activate Fulos, and then in the end phase, you have 5 more cards in hand than your opponent has on the field, you have to randomly discard cards from your hand until you have 5 more in hand than they have on field. It's meant to be like a balancing measure, so you don't just get to draw your entire fucking deck, but I don't think I've ever actually seen it resolve. It's like such a complete nothing burger of a downside. Jumped too early. You've seen it happen? Okay, maybe just me then, but... I still say it's a complete nothing burger of a thing. Funny show, thank you for the raid! Oh, welcome in, raiders. I'm Helm-Chan, the perfectly normal robot maid. We're here tonight playing some Sir Noggin. We actually finished the game, it's actually very short. But we're doing some challenges now, because, well, the game was fun. Fun and short. And that means, hey, why not? We'll do some extra content. And these current stages are tasking us with going through completely damageless. I've had a great time with Epic. Wish you were playing on your stream, of course. If you do raid and dip, I totally understand. But otherwise, we'd love to have you join us tonight. If you're new here, we play all kinds of games on the channel. I love obscure and retro platformers like this. It's like one of my bread and butter things. We also do a lot of RPGs, and we also do... We haven't done any of what, but we're doing some more Yu-Gi-Oh! On the channel, so if you're into that kind of thing, I mean, I'm sorry, but, you know, we do that here. This is the funnest we've gotten with this stage, so... Oh, don't like seeing you up there. that's really nasty. That's a cheeky little enemy placement. Because we definitely don't have enough height to clear this double jump. It's a very new game. It's styled like an old Master System style game, but it was released I think in November of last year. Really cheap little game, really short, but really fun. I will say this though, it definitely falls short from the Master System feel, purely because this game is nowhere near as hard as a Master System game. But I am not complaining about that. Okay, I need to remember that the actual tree laser doesn't do anything. It's just cosmetic. Oh! Okay, good. Okay, yeah, they knew that was the hardest obstacle right before the end of the stage. Right, we're done with the damageless ones. It's in with no weapons, no sword and no sub-weapons, so we're doing raw platforming now. Oh, they even made a little different spike and have no sword. Good, we do have health this time. We can take hits. That wasn't too bad. I mean, I'll tell you the first one, it's going to be easier, isn't it? Shoot. Well, we tried. Okay. 5 hits is quite generous for some of these bonus stages. We don't have a time crunch phase with either. We could just take our time if we wanted to. I'm not going to, but we could. I think drawing myself is what the game is, but the next forever just summoning for no benefit. Just spinning their wheels. Keep summoning. Maybe if you summon enough, you'll summon something that wins the game. Probably not, but you know. I mean, I've been on the receiving end of that with the old Maxi challenge. The one I always think of as being, well, there's 2 I think of, as decks that will kill you if you Maxi. The first one is 6 Samurai, and the second one is Mayakashi. Decks are just summoned for 5 million years. I think some 6 Sam might even be able to go infinite with it. I'm not 100% sure, I've never really read their cards too closely, but it sure as hell feels like it. They're playing Tyr and Fiendsmith. Yeah, that'd do it. They can summon an awful lot, yeah. I remember last year I had a really fun duel where I don't remember what I was playing. It was some sort of bad Ryziel duel. I can't remember what I was playing it with. But I remember I ended up like Time Thief Redoer. And the Time Thief Redoer, you know the effect that attaches their top deck during standby? I used that effect. It attached Fairy Tale Snow from their deck. And I'm pretty sure they were very much relying on that card to win the game. Because they spent like the next 12 minutes just trying things and doing effects. And eventually just scooped. Actually, I don't know if they scooped or they timed it win loss. I can't remember. There was a boss rush mode as well, but I'm gonna go back in. I'm going back in. Because I wanna... Let me double check. Can we... Oh, we can just pick. Okay. Steam, help me out here. Which stages did we not get the Achievo for? Let's see. We have done... So we did Zone 1, Zone 2. Did not do Zone 3. Did not do Zone 5. So we need 3 and 5 deathless. I can't get something fake. So yeah, that card, man. Like, Snow is like such an obnoxious card. I can't believe it's legal. Yeah, we can move a little bit faster this time. Like, if we can find a bomb, I can probably stop breaking open chests at that point. I need to build a machine deck so I can get fan out of you and get it on sleeves. Machine says, ah! Well, if you wanted to, you know what you could do? You could build Sprite with Frog the Jam. And then get Frog the Jam in here. Actually, I drew it myself a while, but I have put a picture of me with Frog the Jam. Unfortunately, Frog the Jam Sprite is terrible. Because Sprite in the TCG is awful without access to Elf, but... I mean, that never stopped me before. Just make sure you get Frog the Jam and not Slime Toad. It'd be awful to have to play with Slime Toad. See, I've not found a bomb. There we go, there's the bomb. Let's make a machine that uses Frog it so we're gonna win somehow. Play Cyber Dragon with Unexpected Dying Clockwork. Right, there you go. Actually, no, that wouldn't even work, actually, because you couldn't summon the Cyber then. Clearly what we need to do, Snug, is we need to start playing Elestrals so that we can be the 10 subscriber Elestral VTubers that MBT reaches out to in order to get his prompts for MasterChef. And then we can just say, yeah, machine deck, but also Frog the Jam. That's your prompt. Good luck. Why am I breaking open the chests? I don't need the chests anymore. I've literally never heard of the game. I literally only know of Elestrals through MBT. The only other thing I know about Elestrals is that they did a Kickstarter for a game that actually looks decent, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'd probably play that. It reminded me of Pokemon Gen 5, which is like the best generation, so anything that reminds me of the best part of Pokemon is always going to be a good thing in my book. Amazing how much smoother this is going when I'm not actually bothering to kill everything. Oh no, my score! Oh well. Oh, whoops, that's fine. That's fine, we get a full heal at the end of the stage anyway. Sprite Cab, but yellow, blue, and a maid outfit. I mean, you could do that. I mean, I think Sprite Cab's fine being pink. Of course I would say that. Of course I'm gonna say that. Helm, who famously likes pink hairs. Of course he's gonna say that. Honestly, the only sad thing about playing Live Twin Sprite is the fact that Gigantic Sprite only requires 2 materials. Because if it required 2+ materials, I could make myself a level 2, and then I could overlay myself with Eagle Twin Key Skill and Sprite Carrot. And at that point, who cares about winning Yu-Gi-Oh? I think I've just won at life. Again, Monkey Quartet to do mischievous Froggy with Force Father to do an incredibly complicated Froggy that works by a Froggy. Oh, dang it, I got rid of my bomb. I think I did that last time as well. One of the stipulations would have to be, though, for the prompt, is that you lose points every time you call the card Slime Toad. You have to call it Frog the Jam. That is part of the prompt. Honestly, did you know Iris Lover's video is voiced by the pink-haired girl from Lucky Star? Really? Huh. That is some range. I mean, I shouldn't be too surprised. A lot of voice actresses have very good range. I wouldn't have guessed that if you hadn't told me, that's for sure. Man, Lucky Star, that's a series I've been talking about in a long time. That was like massive for a while, I remember. Like, it definitely didn't have the same staying power, but like, I remember there was a time when that series was like as big as Haruhi. And the really depressing thing is I'm pretty sure there's a decent number of people these days that don't even know what Haruhi is. Alright, let's see if we can do this guy without dying. Okay, we'll just shoot for all of them early. Oh, dang it. That's a real thread the needle kind of dodge. Oh, shoot! That really got me! Go! Okay! Woo. That was tough. That might be the hardest boss, I think. Surprisingly. I think he could have stood to be a little less bulky, but hey, we got the level through that dying. Oh, we have to start from here? Okay. We quit and just pick. Quit. Yes. Oh, that's jarring. When you quit the game, it actually restarts the game. Because I already know that because I moved the window a little bit. Okay, main game. So we need to do the sky level. Educate Mech Musket, but Beta Blast was a level 4 machine ritual, so you could use advanced ritual to send 2 frog attempts to summon it. Choose out 2 froggies at the start. See, I have an imaginary format for Yu-Gi-Oh! That I want to try and test out at some point. The problem is, when I say imaginary format, I mean you couldn't test this on any actual physical simulator. Well, you kind of could, but you'd have to be using a lot of honor system. So this is my imaginary format for Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? I call it Frogger the Jam. Because the idea is you are going to be playing Frogger with Frog the Jam. Actually, no, you wouldn't be able to do a simulator, I've just remembered now. So the rules are very simple. The only monsters in your main deck are 3 copies of Frog the Jam. You can only normal or special summon Frog the Jam to the leftmost column. Frog the Jam cannot attack unless it is in your rightmost column. And Frog the Jam does not prevent your opponent's Frog the Jam from attacking unless both of them are in their player's rightmost columns. You cannot destroy or banish your opponent's Frog the Jam, but you can return it to hand or deck. And that's the idea. I just want to make people play Frogger competitively with Frog the Jam. Obviously, Senate Switch is a must-have in this format. I would just be interested to see how it shapes up, you know? Would it be good? Probably not. Would it be funny? Probably not. Would I find it funny? Probably yes. New prompt idea. Frog of a jam. Unfortunately, if we were gonna do that, we would have to do it on Dueling Book or another manual sim. Actually, wait, does Omega have a manual mode? I remember one of the sims added a manual mode at some point, but I don't know if it was Omega or a different one. Oh, you have to use cards. Oh yeah, that's how you use it. Yeah, you use like Senate Switch and such, yeah. What kinetic puppeteer goes hard in this format? Just undo your opponent's... Actually, you could, it's a monster, never mind. Couldn't use it. Well, maybe we could allow it, but you can't summon it. Maybe that'd have to be the rule. You can have other monsters in your deck, but only Frog the Jam can be summoned. So you can't, like, use Iron Dragon Tiamaton or Yajiro Invader to ruin it. My favourite stages and visuals. There's just something very nice about this stage. Again, something about just like Sky Ruins, Sky Gardens, it's just such a nice vibe. Parallax too, yeah! Yeah, nice little sky parallax. Magikey Mech Mortar Garrus class has a level 8, can negate monsters once a turn, add percent magic monsters in your grave. Advance which will summon 6 different normals, including Foggy. Hold on though, because I remember. Oh shoot, that's fine. We can take damage, we just can't die. I remember though, when does ARA blow up the monster you summoned? Because I remember trying some bullshit involving ARA, and I completely forgot that it has more text on it that blows up the monster you summoned with it. Is it the end of the turn it's summoned or the next turn? We might a bomb. That's no. Wait, really? Are you sure? I feel like Advanced Ritual am I thinking of a different spell? Advanced Ritual Art's the one that lets you ritual summon by sending monsters from deck, right? I'm certain that blows up the monster. No? What the hell am I thinking of? I remember this. This happened to me on stream. It was some ritual spell. Am I thinking of high ritual art? Is that what I'm thinking of? Hold on, I need to Google this myself just a sec. I need to figure out what I was thinking of. So advanced ritual art is... let's make sure I'm reading this one first. Advanced ritual art, yeah, that one just sends normal monsters. Am I thinking of high ritual art? No, I'm not. High ritual art. What the fuck spell am I thinking of? I used a spell that did this on stream. Hold on. Yu-Gi-Oh! Ritual spells. Let's just look at every list of ritual spell card real quick. Like, I remember this happened to me on stream. I was like, oh wait, this does this. That's awful. You know what? Destroy. I'll add a destroy search and see if I can find. This is not helping. Kind of hard to find a very specific Yu-Gi-Oh card when you're trying to search for like a billion different ones. We'll do the Yu-Gi-Oh search. We'll search for a ritual. No, it's monster type. Hold on. Ritual spell. Search a ritual spell. I'm going to type in the word destroy. I need to satisfy. What the fuck? No relevant data set. Oh, I'm searching by card name. That's why. Card text. Which of these was I looking at here? The fuck? I'm going crazy. It was none of these. What the hell? That's so bizarre. Maybe it wasn't a ritual spell then. Maybe I had like some other spell that was cheating it out and then destroyed it. I don't remember now. That's so bizarre. I'm pretty sure it was something I was doing with Albazoa. Like, I think I'd found something that could cheat out Albazoa, but then it blew up later. I mean, if it was me in rituals, it's probably Albazoa. That's a fairly safe bet. I'm so annoyed at myself for not remembering what that was now. It doesn't matter, whatever the card was, I obviously decided I was going to play it again, but I'm just like, what the heck was it? So we're like nearly dead, I need to be careful. We're dying. I'm dying, Squirtle. Probably should remember we have the sub-weapons for things that aren't the boss. Honestly, this might be my worst gaming habit. The habit of, if I get... Oh, we have no health. Still, I was hoping we get healed there. Yeah, my worst gaming habit might be, if I have a weapon with limited ammo, I'm only going to use it on, like, a boss. Hold on. We drop a bomb first. Health, thank you. Bubble's good. Bomb! Bomb and buff and mana. Excellent. Alright, this should be pretty clean. This boss wasn't even that hard, but I think I just went into it very low on health. Or did that, I just played like a chimpanzee. Okay, might be the chimpanzee thing. There we go, much easier. Hey, there you go. Sir Noggin's very bored. Is that why he's called Sir Noggin? He is very bored. But it's okay, it's a giant sword. Ritual Foregone. Let me look that card up. Hold up. Yu-Gi-Oh! Ritual Foregone. Let's see here. We're not doing this stage anymore, we did the stage. Okay, 1,000 life points. Special summon a monster from your hand, but it can't attack destroy during the end phase. Maybe! I don't remember this card, but it may have been this? I don't know. It might have even been something, like, completely unrelated. Anyways, we've done all the stages. Deathless now, I believe. I'm going to check my Steam achievements real quick. Let's see, we've done... Yeah, we've done so many. I just want to look at all my achievements. Let's see here. View my achievements. So the only achievements I don't have are getting 250,000 points and a hidden achievement, which I'm gonna guess is either get all the achievements or do the boss rush. We might as well do the boss rush anyway. We get a bomb. Bombs! You what? Oh, health. Yeah, what's it with bombs? Again, they made like a new environment for them. A different boss arena. gonna regret using those items. I hope they weren't a one-time deal. Oh. There we go. Oh, okay. It was a one-time deal. Well, that's slightly horrifying. Okay, we'll save the bombs for the more threatening enemies. Right, sorry for the middle. That was silly. Shouldn't have taken that hit there. There we go. Okay, good. We did get more between them. Okay, that makes it... That's gonna make it a lot easier then. You! You know what? Yeah, just unload all the bombs. That'll do it. Okay, so that was pretty easy. This guy didn't take much dealing with. You know, I didn't realise at the time fighting him that, like, the stage is covered in snow that slows you down. Probably 2 more cycles, maybe 1 if we're lucky. Oh, that's fine. It's only 1 hit. It's only 1 hit, it's just damage. Yeah, 1 more. I do love the carrot nose as like a shark's fin, that's pretty good. There we go. Exploding snowman, because that's how that works. The muscles after this guy. Oh, rude. Oh, yeah, I should have done that. Is this guy actually halved? I'm gonna bomb you. Oh, this is going bad. Oh, dang it! Almost. This is 1 more bomb, but we only need 1 more hit ourselves. Well, hopefully whoever the next boss is, I don't remember. Oh, it was a furnace. This was fine, I think? I think we can do his damage less. Oh, right, he does that. Oh, there was some good damage in there, but... Oh, so close, dang it. Oh, wait, we go back here? Oh, wait, no, I see. We're doing the Fall of Shame. I see. Very well. Boss rush start. We're doing it again. We're not giving up. It was going fine until the thingy. High ritual art? I don't think it was high ritual art doesn't destroy, does it? I think I looked that one up and it doesn't do that. Unless I'm wrong. I think what we do is we try and save as many of our potions as we can. Using the harder bosses. These first we do not want it at all. before. Oh wait, that is the one! That is the one! It was high ritual, that's the one! Okay, yeah, Shuffle's back, not destroyed. I knew it made the monster disappear, I thought it was destroyed. That was the one, yeah. Yeah, I used that on stream and then it hit me and I was like, oh wait, this card has text in it. Whoops. I'm not even sure what I was trying to do with it at the time. If I had to guess, maybe Frog the Jam Dogmatica? Frogmatica, if you will? It took me an embarrassingly long time to realise this guy always lands in the middle afterwards. You know, because I'm really go eat food! Go eat food! Get some numbers. Alright, we've got a lot more bombs this time. We're just gonna bomb the hell out of this guy. This guy's like the most problematic boss, I think, in the game. It's fine, one hit's fine. Oh, one hit's fine. There we go. And we've still got quite a lot of bombs left over. Snowman we can easily bomb this. A bit slow, but very doable. We get full heal after this. Okay, one more cycle should do it if we can get every hit in. Which we should get, there's no reason we shouldn't. There we go, barely. Barely is good enough. I need more bombs, more health. I think I want to bomb this guy. Not from that angle, I don't want it. Oh. Oh, dang it. I feel all my bombs. Oh shoot. There we go. I also got the top row just has different sub-weapons in. And I'm happy with the bombs are pretty good. Ow. There we go. Bombs away. So I think it's just the final boss now with his two phases, which weren't too bad. I think we did Deathless on the first try, so this should be okay. But I think this guy gave us a full heal when we killed him as well. Well, he did originally. It's one of the most fair boss rushes I've ever seen. Oh, that's fine. But it's fine. It's fine, ostensibly. Yep, full heal. We've got plenty of bombs. There we go! Bombs away! The bombs are really good. Just for the fact that they are double damage. And there we go, achievement for completing the boss rush. The only achievement left would be to get a certain score, but does it show our scores actually? Is that our high scores? No, not high scores. Achievements. Yeah, score achievements. So we got 100,000. Didn't get the 2,500,000 though, but I think I'm okay with that. What a fun little game! Again, not like a, by no means like a 10 out of 10 must-play game, but like, this game was like £3. Hold on, was it £3? Hold on, I'm checking this on Steam now. Steam, how much was this game? Tell me. This game is £3.39. So for the price of less than a McDonald's meal, although actually that being said these days that's actually not saying that much, is it? McDonald's has gotten kind of expensive these days. For less than... what's a good example? For less than the price of a single pull Umumusune. That's a fun little game. I could see myself coming back to this. I could see myself giving this another go and maybe trying to get the highest score, trying to score max a little bit. I guess it wouldn't be that hard in theory, because you get score for killing enemies, and the enemies respawn when they leave the screen. You know, now that I've said that, just for science, how much do we get for killing an enemy? Just a regular-ass enemy. 100. We get 100 per kill. So we could, in theory, very, very slowly just farm this enemy here. How many kills would that be if 100 to go? 250,000. 2,500 kills? In theory, we could just do this for the rest of the stream to get the achievement. I mean, oh, whoops. Right, those guys do their thing. Just forget about that. Oh, well, actually, we can kill these guys two at a time. Go back and forth here. That's probably we're score optimizing. Optimizing the speed run here. I mean, if we were really smart, we would have paid attention to our score and tried to do it on the actual first run, but 2,500 kills. That's quite a lot of kills. But, like, I have nothing better to do with my evening. It's still early in the evening. Okay. We're not actually doing this. We're not actually doing this. That was a really fun little game. Like I said, I would definitely consider going back to this game. Maybe doing like a high score run, trying to actually optimize score. I'd love to know how much I actually did have on the winning run. I feel like I was probably like not far off it, I just didn't really notice. I think we're gonna wrap things up there. I know it's a little bit of a short stream, but honestly this week's kind of been a bit of a shorter stream week. After being off for like nearly a month, I kind of needed a few shorter streams just kind of get the energy back, so please keep your arms as other blue parts clear the closing doors. I'll see you by the chat screen in just a sec. Hey, I think Magic is your best ever Fog the Machine. Both rituals came out having normals in the grave. I taken it as foggy parts in the ritual monsters. Honestly, if we could make it work, it would be extremely funny. I'd always be down for that. So guys, we're gonna... Hold on, give me a sec. I just listening real quick on something. One moment. Okay, we're gonna raid into Yomi, guys. We're gonna give Yomi a perfect normal raid rate. I'm trying to do this quickly because I don't know if she's gonna finish soon. Happy Sokiversary. So Yomi, if you're not familiar, Yomi is my best friend. She's celebrating today is her 1 year anniversary in her VTuber corporation. She's in the Sox VTuber agency. And I wasn't able to be there because I had work and then stream. So we're gonna give some love to her now. So please, guys, give some love to Yomi when you get over there. If you are somehow following me and not following Yomi, guys, do that as well. Like, seriously, she deserves it. She's way better at this whole streaming thing than I am. we will be back next week. Tuesday will be Digimon Time Stranger. I'm really looking forward to that one, guys, so you're not going to want to miss that one. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, everyone. Give some love to Yumi when you get there. And as always, it's been a pleasure to serve you all.